Hello Access, this is Nathan. In our last video on Thief, Daniel from Idols Montreal gave us a walkthrough of Eastwick's house. What we wanted to show you in this video were two very different ways that you could have done the same thing.
Now we're back at the manor, and we're going to try to see if we can use more distraction or a different path in without, finding the secret. Because, it's a secret, and most players will probably not even consider that there's a secret there. So let's see. Okay, so there's something on the right there. Let's see if we can get to that ladder. So you might notice the guard with the torch here is walking. So if you're paying attention, if you're playing more on a harder difficulty, you might have to pay attention that they're actually flushing out all the shadows because they're walking around everywhere. So you just need to pay attention to where are they all the time. So we grouped them, so it makes it a little easier to keep track of them, but they will flush you out. So you have to kind of always keep on the move. Also here, just in front of the door, you might notice a different character. It's the captain. Now the captain is basically one of the harder enemies you can encounter. In melee, he will destroy the player.
Right.
Do not go up and try to challenge him. He is, and he also has a secondary effect, which is he improves the AI around him.
Okay.
So they actually become tougher, and they become much more less hesitant when coming to finding you.
Right, okay.
So there's a lot of things that kind of influence the scenario. So for certain type of players, they will want to take him out first if they tend to go the more aggressive path.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can turn on some sprinkles here. It's not water sprinkles, it's water fountain, the word I'm looking for. There you go. Take a shortcut out.
And you need to turn the fountain on because they can see through the window, presumably?
Exactly. So so you have to kind of pay attention. You're still in the shadow, so you're pretty safe, but if you were to be exposed, you're standing up against the window, they will see you and they will come in and they will challenge you. We have things like the specific, guards will think, and they will be able to stand and block you from just running out of there. They won't, just let you easily escape from that area. So they're pretty tough once you get too much attention.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Eastwick's locked himself up in his own study.
So in this case, we used the distraction to make sure that there was no guards around when we started pulling down the ladder, because that makes sounds as well. So you kind of make sure there's no guards just nearby.
Nice.
Pay attention to it. The rain also reduces the sound, making it, it won't give as much sound as it would in a dry area.
Yeah, muffled.
You find a nice entrance here, good view, and a lot of bling here.
Won't get him out of his study. He has been up there for some time now. 3 nights.
Let's see here what's interesting. So we see a couple of things interesting. First of all, we see a bird here on the right next to the safe.
Yeah.
Now, birds react to sound, as we saw earlier on, but that includes if you do lock picking and you're not careful. You press, in this case, it's on your left finger, and then you use the thumbstick to kind of find the sweet spot.
Yeah.
If you click when it's not perfectly aligned, it will make sound instead.
I did that a lot.
In this case, it will propagate more sound, alerting the civilians, and then chaos will break out. So you need to really be careful. So in this case, it's like a very, very tough lock. So I think we're going to just go and use our upgraded focus lockpick to both speed it up, but also to make it less likely that you'll cause a sound.
Gotcha.
And this just helps the player pick his battles, but at the cost of this resource. Let's see what we find. Ah,
My lady, Theodore cares too much
very nice
about what people
things.
think of him. I told him
There
his
you go.
reputation would
Nice.
be
So this is a different way of a even more stealthy way of getting through this area.
And now he can muse on it in his study while
So we're going to show you a third way of doing this particular scenario. We don't want to really judge the player of how they decide to play the game. There are naturally consequences of playing one style over the other. Some cost resources, you have to buy the arrows, and so if you play more aggressively.
Yeah.
So we're going to finish off with a more aggressive approach
Sure.
compared to the previous more ghost and stealth approaches.
Yeah, yeah.
Just to show you that there's nothing really that stops you from just playing the way you want to play. So let's try a more aggressive method here and use the sawtooth arrow, which is like a very aggressive arrow. Let's see if we can do, ooh,
Donk.
that looked painful. Okay, so now they heard a disturbance, so the captain now will investigate since he heard that body fell. So he's gonna go up and see what happens here. So let's get up top and see if we can get an entry point. not too close to the dog. That would be bad. It would cause a lot of disturbance. Let's see here, and we have the taken down guy here. And people are, whoa, when we get caught by the captain, and using a focus upgrade costs a lot of resources, but he managed to mitigate the fact that he almost caused an alert. So the sound hadn't probably propagated down to the guys below. Oh, and a second guy comes up to investigate because he heard a noise, and now we will have to adapt to the situation again. So in this case, we're going to use magnesium flare flash bomb thing to kind of blind him and get away. So he's going to lose track of you, and he needs to start looking for you. Now he saw you, and he's going to start investigating, looking for you specifically.
This is where I would be panicking.
I think this guy playing was panicking too, but it was very well done.